we were talking about this survey, which, I was amazed. They were asking people if they thought men should be able to opt out of responsibility for their child. And you know what? They didn't say if trapped in that.
Well, I know. That's what drove me crazy.
But it still came up about 50-50 for some reason. It's just all the guys voting.
I know, because if you just pose the question, should somebody basically be able to get somebody pregnant and then walk away from the responsibilities,
The problem is, how do you prove this? You can't prove this. So in the end, it's up to the guy has got to wear a condom. You got to psycho screen these nutbags.
Yeah, it's the only way, because in the end it is a he said, she said situation.
Yeah, you can never win, and you can't, you can't just have people trying to convince juries of this. I mean, we'd be in court all day
and all night, yeah. But I, too, was surprised at the huge percentage that believe that guys should be able to do that, just given that point-blank question like that. But that's what I kept thinking, is that the story that preceded the survey, I thought that, okay, she must have trapped him, because they didn't even point that out. But it had to have been a thing where she said she was on the pill. And, of course, now it turns out that that's the case, that she told him that she couldn't get pregnant, so there was no concerns at all. And then, lo and behold, And there are women out there that do trap guys.
Oh, there are so many. In fact, we got a bunch of them.
He's got a lot of money, and they'll lie and get pregnant to hook up for good.
Guys on the line that claim this is happening. Was this John?
Yeah.
Did you get trapped?
No, but my buddy did.
What happened to him?
Basically, he's a doctor, and he met this chick that might be a little bit out of his league. And
a little too hot?
Maybe just a little bit. Not totally, but, she was, I'm on the pill, no big deal. And
yeah, right, no big deal.
She came up pregnant, but she decided that she was going to tell my girlfriend that her plan was to trap him. And 1 month later, after she told her that, bang, it happened. So.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to be a very, I don't want to tell you what kind of doctor he is, but he's going to make a lot of money. So.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Well,
he's got his baby's mama, sir.
It's when the guys get trapped, it's not usually the guy that doesn't have a job or is on unemployment.
No. Usually guys well-to-do.
Yeah, guy's making $70,000, or he's making $170,000.
No,
or he's making $170 million. Hey, Randy, how you doing?
Hey, beat my name for me, would you?
What's that?
Oh, beep your name? Well, just don't say it. Or make one up.
Okay. I actually just dumped it. I think I probably got it off the air.
All right, thanks. My my brother's 40-something, and he was going out with some 30-year-old, and her biological clock decided to start ticking on him. And
on him?
Yeah. Yeah, she decided to trap him. Her clock was ticking.
Oh, her clock. Okay.
Yeah.
And he tried dumping her a few times, but it was too good to throw away. So, the retap factor.
Right. Oh, right. So she was hot.
Yeah, but she said, "Yeah, it's okay. I'm on the pill."
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she turned around and said she was pregnant, and then he told me, and then.
Well, what does he say when she says I'm pregnant? Well, what about the pill, idiot?
Well, yeah. She said she was on it. And, she kept telling him, don't worry. And,
right.
When you have something that young and that high, you just,
you believe it.
Your other brain takes over.
Yeah.
So when he was confronted with this, what did he say to her? Do you know?
He told her, he said, "Look, I told you I never wanted to have kids. I never wanted to get remarried." And she was so persistent. She turned into a psycho, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But, she kept telling him, I'm pregnant, and then a couple months go by, and I'm looking at her, and I told my wife, and she's like, her boobs are the same size. She ain't pregnant.
Exactly.
So she said when the due date was, and then like 3 or 4 months later, there's still no belly on or nothing. And then I asked him, he goes, yeah, she said she miscarried. I said, well, snip it. Get it, take care of this.
Exactly.
I got it done. It don't hurt. It only takes a couple minutes.
Well, wait a minute. If this girl was trying to trap him like that, I would say don't bother snipping it. Just run the other way.
He kept retapping.
Yeah.
Even after she tried to set him up.
Yeah, the dummy.
Oh
my God.
Well, I don't have any sympathy for somebody like that. You got to get your second brain under control.
So if in the end did she get pregnant after all this?
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Well, she turned him into a sprinkler, constantly.
Oh God.
Oh man, you got to get away.
She was playing. He was playing with fire with atomic.
he got burned, and he's not a rich guy. He's a great guy, but that second brain just said, I got the better of you.
Yeah, the second brain is so powerful. It's unbelievable. That's
but
why
a girl pulls that on you. You got to run the other. I can't believe he stayed with that.
Contact my lawyer, bitch.
Because really, that should make you so angry that just your anger alone would trump your schlong.
You can't take something like that so lightly. Oh, I forgot to take it a couple days like this.
Oh, yeah, and this girl, you know that she tried to set you up, and yet you persist in doing her. Oh, Jesus.
And then meanwhile, she's really not pregnant, but even though you don't want to see her.
Poof! As if by some form of slut magic you'd appear.
And if nothing else, he should have wrapped it at that point.
What?
Oh, my God, yes.
You know.
But maybe he thought she was really pregnant, so he figures it doesn't matter if that's that's even more stupid.
Yeah, even more.
Get it. Is this Marge works for an OBGYN? Is that it?
That's it.
Hey, Marge.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How you doing? Did you trap somebody, or you know a story?
No, actually, I just wanted to say that, working and seeing all the women come in, it's just amazing how a lot of them, because we have to find, for purposes of, baby background and, is there any complications or testing that we need to do, we have to ask, for the father's background.
Right.
Oh,
right,
sure,
right,
yeah.
All that, yeah.
And how many of these women don't really even know who it is?
Right, and then when you, kind of go a little deeper, they're just like, well, I'm not quite certain if it's this dad or this dad. And it's like, okay. And then you find out, they slept with, 4 or 5 people in, a week time span. That doesn't happen.
Yikes.
Oh.
Yeah,
and then
see this all the time.
It's just great, because then we're, stuck going, okay, are we supposed to well, I don't know. And, you find out they've been pregnant 16 times before this.
Oh.
Well, I think part of the problem here
something. Yeah, you must see it all.
is that these illegitimate pregnancies and these illegitimate babies have become so common that we just now accept it. Look at Tom Cruise, who's supposed to be one of the most self-righteous, God-fearing people on the planet, and he's just having a kid out of wedlock it's no big deal. I mean, not even an accident, not even a surprise, doesn't even matter. He's not even sorry.
Nope.
It's just okay, that's cool. Yeah, here's what we'll do. We'll get married eventually, whatever.
Yeah.
And it just becomes practically normal. In fact, in the Caucasian community, did somebody say Tom Cruise?
Yeah. He's in the building!
Is he really? Yeah. In the Caucasian community, illegitimate births are, I think, something like 28% of the total births. So one out of every 3 births in the Caucasian community. In the mid 60s, it was 3%. Mm-hmm. So it's that high in the African American community. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, forget about it.
You just wouldn't believe it. Let's try Julie. Julie?
Good morning.
Hey.
How you doing? Wait, hang on. Somebody even better has shown up.
Please welcome Tom Cruise!
Go ahead.
How you doing?
Good.
All right, how you doing?
I was young and dumb, and my, whatever friend at the time, he swore he couldn't have children, that his army doctor or whatever had told him, and I have a 20-year-old son.
No, don't tell me. A guy trapped you?
I swear to God.
Oh my God.
Man.
Well, you must have been hot.
Well, I still am.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you
Using
must
the past
be hot.
tense.
Thank you very much.
Oh, what a bunch of crap.
Yeah, I'm dying to know how hot. This must be exceptionally hot. Let's get some stats.
They're there, the basics, I'm a little older, but I still got it.
Yeah, you still got it. So what happened?
I'm pretty cranky about it.
Oh, no, just a long morning. Wow. Yeah, but no, he told me I didn't need to take the pill, blah, blah, blah. He didn't want to get married or anything. I mean, after he found out I was pregnant, he was long gone, but...
Oh, boy.
Wait, he found out you were long gone. Why would he even want to do this? Well, he just didn't want to wear a condom or something?
I don't know. I have no idea. I was young.
That's what it was. He just wanted the self-gratification, basically.
Well, that story is just so ludicrous.
That's disgusting.
Now, if she was incredibly hot, which it sounds like she was, but then in the end it doesn't sound like he really trapped her. He just didn't want to wear a condom. People could be that lazy and take that big a chance.
I just can't believe it. Well,
God,
yes, I can.
The second brain is just
it's unbelievable.
What a rocket scientist that thing is. It'll do anything to get its way, and it's diabolical. Jay?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Did you get trapped?
I think so. I'm dating this girl for about 3.5 years, and of course, there's a pretty basic routine. You know, she's on the pill. Things are the way they are. We don't change nothing in our world. And all of a sudden, things start to get
How bad does she want to get married?
I think she wants to get married, but I mean, like I said, the relationship's getting kind of rocky.
Oh, okay.
And of course, we don't have time enough to tell you my background, what happened before that. But anyways, things start to get rocky towards the end, and we don't break up quite yet, but all of a sudden she gets pregnant. And I'm thinking, well, after 3 years and then you taking a pill, all of a sudden you get pregnant. So we end up talking about it. We go get the abortion. It's a mutual agreement. It's a bad time for a while.
Ooh.
But we end up breaking up shortly after that. And, I guess you'd call it the retap factor, but we kind of hanging out, late night booty calls, this and that.
Oh, you're kidding after all that.
After that,
man.
which is...
Don't tell me you're not using birth control after the abortion.
No, I am.
You are.
She's still, I'm taking the pill.
No, you must be using a condom. Come on.
Yes, she's still taking the pill. We'll go over there, and, of course, I don't have anything. Well, she does. Biggest mistake. She has one. I swear to God, I think she did something to it because about 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, she's pregnant.
Oh,
we're not together. She has the baby.
Oh, man.
I mean, of course, it's...
You know, I'm blown away at how many people there are who will trap a guy like that and say, I'm pregnant, hoping that the guy will, do the right thing, go, oh, well, you know what, we're going to have such a beautiful child, and we'll just get married real fast, and I'm so happy. I really always wanted a child with you. Anyway, when they don't respond that way, which is about 99.9999% of the guys go, what, you're pregnant? I can't believe that there are that many women who still go ahead and say, well, I'm having the baby anyway.
I know.
And too bad.
They want that life to start off like that, a mess, and finance it forever. And
I do agree with this guy who feels that there ought to be some rights of some
agree.
Kind. I don't know how
the guys
you do
get
it.
screwed. And I think if a guy's been trapped and he's willing to sign off his parental rights to that kid forever and not change his mind down the road, he ought to be able to opt out of it. Why should he have to pay for that when he was set up like a dog?
Well, I just don't know how you prove that.
Well, I don't know how you prove it either. I really don't. Because it does come down to he said, she said. It really does. I think in the end, the lesson is you got to wear a condom no matter what's going on. If you don't want to get mixed up with a child, it's the only way to do it.
Do you have any extra large condoms?
And they are going to try to put through this sort of, like they refer to it as the male version of Roe vs. Wade.
Man, I had that thing posted with the drop so perfectly.
I'm sorry, and then I just blew over it.
Is this Dale?
Yes, Dale.
Go ahead.
Hey, great show, guys. Been listening to you for years.
Thanks.
Christ,
Did you get trapped?
Well, no, I didn't. But what the bottom line was, I was married for 13 years. This woman, she started having an affair on me with a guy at work.
Oh, brother.
For about 2 weeks this went on. Well, I caught on real early, trapped her. I basically built up my case so that...
How did you catch her?
Just signs that she did around the house that I had talked to a private investigator. He told me what to look for first before I decided to hire him. So within a matter of days,
you're both getting your run.
He told me to look for, and I just took the steps that he told me to help.
Hey, what did he tell you to look for?
It was a no-brainer.
Like in the morning, heavy cologne or perfume, I should say, on her. Suddenly dressing differently. If you notice that, he said, have you noticed what she wears to work every day? I said, yeah, I get up with her every morning when I see her. He said, watch how she dresses, how much time. If she starts taking more time in the morning, getting ready for work.
Yeah.
He said those are all signs. He said, or he said if she gets irritated because you're up watching her. He said those are, he said most women once they get into a pattern with a husband, he said they don't care. He said, but he said if suddenly, he said, those are the things you got to watch for. Which I did.
If she cheated me, I will.
So in no time you had her figured out.
Yeah. So
what happened?
So I started watching. Bottom line, yes, she was having an affair.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. We went to the lawyer. I said, okay, I'm divorced. I want you out of here.
Yeah.
So she left. She packed her stuff and left. And within a month, they were moving in together. They were both wanting to be professionals. He was a professional. He just got his degree. He had become an engineer. And she doesn't have a college education, but she got into the office thing where she was going to be important. They were going to fly her off to different places.
So she had all this stuff going, and this guy had all this stuff going, and she ends up pregnant, right?
Yeah, he's like 5 years or 4 years younger than her. And next thing you know, they're moved in together, and all of a sudden, guess what? She tells him, I must have got to take my pill. I'm pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So now...
And all their dreams come to a screeching halt.
Yeah, let me guess. He tells her, get the bleep out of here, and she comes scurrying back to you.
No, oh no. They ended up she ended up telling him, you have to marry me. They went down the aisle, her wearing a white dress, veil.
White dress, not an off-white.
Walking down 5 months pregnant down the aisle.
Oh, that's a nice look.
Now they're married. He had to sell all his sport. He was a big sports guy, sold a lot of his sporting stuff. And now here they are. She's 40-some years old. He's just a hair younger. And they got this 3-year-old son, 4-year-old boy that...
You're a liar. And a whore.
Married, I guess, but this is not why they got hooked up. They got hooked up because they were going to be the little office professionals, just, jetting around. And
that came to a big stop.
I got a message for that bitch.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Thanks for the call, Nick. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, good.
Hey, pretty good. Actually, I'm a Marine vet, and about a year ago I got out. But when I was 23, I was stationed in Virginia, Norfolk Naval Base, and I got this phone call. My sergeant tells me to come in the office, and he says, hey, Nick, there's a girl on the phone. So all the guys are going, ooh, because we're not used to having phone calls during the day. So I go in there, and this girl goes, hey, I need you to sign over your parental rights. And I'm saying, excuse me?
What?
So we kept playing cat and mouse, and I couldn't figure out what her name was. So finally she tells me her name, and I'm like, well, look, I can't talk right now. I got a general coming in. Can I get a number or a place where we can meet up? And basically what ended up happening is she's like, well, I'll get a hold of you, but I need to see you soon so you have to sign over your parental rights. So, of course, I run outside. I'm going all crazy, smoking a cigarette. Then about a year later, I get transferred over to Japan. And when she sends me an email saying, if you don't get a hold of me, or I'm going to write your commander, and we're going to NJP you. So that was some really crazy stuff. And I checked their email account, and it was a Yahoo profile. I look on there, and it's this really big, black, nasty-looking woman, and she's got this, little gargoyle-looking kid on her knee. I'm like, there's no way in hell that was...
Gargoyle? There's no way it was your kid. Not looking like that.
Yeah.
So what would this woman just... So what do you make of this? So who was this?
I have no idea. I'm thinking it was one of my Marine buddies playing jokes with me.
I'm going to punch you in the ovary.
Jeez.
That is brutal.
I don't understand a word you just said.
Chris. Wait, hold on. We have another, I guess this is actual audio of an instance where this happened.
Veronica Corningstone.
This is your doctor. I have your pregnancy report here. And guess what? You got knocked up, so you should probably get out of the news.
Who is this?
This is Dr. Chim. Dr. Chim Richards.
Ron, is this you?
I'm a professional doctor. If you saw me, you don't remember. You should get out of business.
This is pathetic.
You're pathetic.
Chris, go ahead, Chris.
That movie's so goddamn
I know
funny.
it is. I can watch it 80 times and still laugh.
Yeah, oh, man, like crazy.
You there, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
It's a pretty long drawn out story. It's a typical thing where you meet a girl to move in, she's got a couple kids from a previous marriage. Anyways, she was running around on me. She got pregnant, didn't know who the dad was.
Nice.
I tried to get a DNA test. I thought we should split up 3 ways.
Right.
And there was no go. But anyways, 7 years later.
3 ways.
7 years later, she pops back in my life and says, kid looks like me. I take the DNA test. I really didn't even need to take the DNA test. Kid looked just like me. So, but anyways,
But did she tell you she was on the pill or something?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Did she lead you to believe she was using birth control?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so.
But anyways, all that aside, I go take the DNA test, and it's mine, and I was glad of that because I want to be a part of this child's life, and I want to pay child support. She won't let me.
She won't let you.
Yeah, so I filed to pay child support because I can't get no.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, you ought to have some
I
rights
have
in
never
that
heard of such
regard,
thing in my
too.
life.
That's the other thing, is these women who want to get the dough, but they don't want the guy to ever see the kid. They don't want the guy to have any rights to see. They don't want him. They don't want him in their life at all because they think he's an a-hole or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And the guy wants to see his own kid, and they just want the check, and they want it. There's so many rotten situations.
I know. There's a lot of.
This thing is tilted quite frequently, and that's not to make excuses for these guys who run around knocking up women after women, and they just bolt, and they never send them a dime.
Yeah, no. But there is this element of guys that are being screwed.
Oh, yeah.
It really is, and it's never been addressed. It really hasn't.
But at the same time, it's not to suggest it's all one-sided, and there aren't those women who have these kids by, in many cases, guys they're married to, and they just disappear, or there are a lot of cases too, and I've seen these on Primetime in 2020 where they're married for 10, 15 years, they got 2 or 3 kids, and all of a sudden the guy disappears with his secretary, gets a new identity or something, or just moves to another state and never sends her a check. It takes her 10 years to find the guy, and then by that time he owes her a couple $100,000, blah, blah, blah. Well, it just never ends. We got to get to our trivia question for the Rock Financial Piston Dream Sweepstakes. We'll do that in just a second. Let me just clear the couple guys have been on hold here for a long time. Is this Julie? Gals, go ahead.
Hey, this is Julie.
Yeah, what happened? With your friend trapped her husband?
Well, I work with her, so I don't want to call her my friend, but she openly admitted to us that she got pregnant by scooping and shoving.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she said this in front of lots of people, and we were just all appalled that she would even admit to it.
Well, you should have called the guy and said, hey, I'll testify on your behalf if you want to take her to court.
Well, that pregnancy ended up not working out, but
really?
Okay.
It was kind of meant to be, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's just unbelievable, because in that case, how is this guy going to prove that he never had actual intercourse with her? You know?
I know.
There's no
I know. Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Except if you have
always he said, she said.
If you have somebody that's bragging about it at work, though.
Yeah, I remember that girl. She was a hoe. For show.
On this women trapping these men and these guys trying to get out of their parental rights, you know, maybe it would be a little easier if in these cases, these disputed cases, instead of taking a guy and just because the guy makes a lot of money, acting like the child deserves to be, you know, the next millionaire's child, why don't they just make a reasonable amount of child support in those cases, and then there wouldn't be so much incentive to trap these guys. Because it costs a certain amount to raise a kid, certain reasonable amount, and just because the guy makes $1 zillion, why should this wife get rich?
I don't know. Because it's laid out like that, that's the big incentive.
It's laid out like that. I know it is an incentive.
I know it's unbelievable, really. Anymore, it seems like people are always looking for a way to get rich. Usually lawsuits, trap a guy in a pregnancy with a lot of money, intercept some rich guy at a party and play him like a fiddle. It's just everybody wants to take an end run to get money.
I was looking at Puffy's child support story, and why does that kid, you know, that woman is not made of money in any way, shape, or form?
You got a problem? You just throw some money at it and say, go away.
You can't tell me she can't raise that kid, that one kid, on $2,500 a month or something like that. But no, she's got to have $20,000 a month.
Oh yeah, because you know it's got to be designer blue jeans and you know all that.
And I'm sure
tremendous clothes, toys that are just incredible.
I'm trying to remember the amount he was paying. He was paying.
And of course, they spend half of it on themselves, saying it's for the kid as well.
Well,
we know that.
He was paying $5,000 a month, and I think he even said he wanted his kid to have nice stuff, and you know, $5,000 a month ought to do it.
Well, yeah, and then you do have that abuse where these women, they want just a small fortune every month, and you know they're spending most of it on themselves. How many times does a guy find to his whore that the child is hardly being taken care of properly, and the chick has blown it all in on herself?
Well, yeah, it depends on the chick, but you're right. Well, if the child is getting, you know, those Johnny Carson cases, do you remember those? Joanna Carson wanted $54,000 a month. That was in the 70s.
Yeah.
$54,000 a month. What could you possibly spend on a child that would cost $54,000 a month?
Yeah, right. Oh, God almighty. You'd think a court confronted with that would
I could tell you a million things she could spend on herself that would cost
exactly.
But, you know, a kid is going to cost, no way around it. If you got a kid, it's going to cost a couple $1,000, $3,000 a month to raise, even if you're raising it reasonably. It's just not cheap. You can't believe how much it costs.
I know. That's why I'm surprised that some women seem to be so naive to that.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it.
I know, they think the system,
so quick to get pregnant.
The system will give them, you know, $150 a week or something like that for per child, or $200 a week, and they think they're going to make money off that.
Oh, I know.
No.
I just, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Some of the stories I've heard where there just seems to be no concept of the cost of raising a child today.
And then they want to have a second one so they can get 300 a week instead of 150 a week. And you're still not going to make money, honey.
Yep, it doesn't work out. But boy, you'd think there's enough examples out there to show you it doesn't work out, and yet they persist in trying to make it work.